Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and Ramadan Kareem to all. Uh, it's a new season. It's a new Ramadan season also. So hope you have fasted in time to join us for this new episode and understand what's happening in episode 219. So we're really happy of this episode and then how this will show you what's happening in the region and in the market. So, meanwhile, let's try to welcome you and joined by Tay is here. He's in the background. Will be joining within seconds. Just wanted to showcase that we have tomorrow scheduled release for our exclusive interview with Lebanon head of Ojero DGM Ahmed Kredi, which will be aired tomorrow. So this is a snippet, a sneak preview for tomorrow, and enjoy it. So مثل ما شفتوا, it's a small preview of what's happening tomorrow afternoon. And do watch it, and then your feedback and likes and shares is most important. Let's move on to our scheduled broadcast. As usual, ما تنسوا موضوع spam and fraud, and there's so many new ways today that wants to fraud you from your crypto. It's happening faster. It's happening in different ways. We're hearing a lot of phishing, a lot of AI attacks, AI in terms of impersonation, was it in voice, video, emails, and so on and so on. So always make sure that you are on top of it. And if you have anything to report, please also do report to us, and then we will try to help you and maybe help others. This is the most important part. Don't forget to follow our podcast. We are super happy to be joined by you. With that, let me welcome Tay. Hi, Tay. We're broadcasting directly to Instagram today from the beginning. So welcome to Instagram followers. The floor
Good
is yours.
afternoon, Rudy. Good afternoon, everyone watching on Crypto Talks. This is episode 219, week 11, Ramadan Kareem for everyone. And first day of Ramadan brought some blessings to the Bitcoin prices. We saw an all-time high, $73,000. First day of Ramadan, I think it was, $72,000. And we had a break in the price for Ethereum as well. most of the crypto markets in the first day of Ramadan was performing really well. Bitcoin, meanwhile, is trading at $73,200, an 8% improvement from last week. Ethereum trading at exactly $4,000, an improvement of 4% from last week. Solana is at $160 with a 22% improvement from last week. Major cryptocurrencies are making big moves. They're making big gains from this week compared to last week, and as well compared to the previous 2 weeks. In general, since the beginning of the year until now, we're seeing a lot of green candles in crypto uh, the crypto caps in general. And not only the all-time highs were generated in price, but we're entering a new zone now. Glassnode is calling it the euphoria zone, where in the euphoria zone, we're seeing a lot of happy feelings, a lot of greed. Greed index is almost at 85 over 100. There is as well a transfer of wealth from long-term holders into short-term holders. Long-term holders are wallets that hold Bitcoin more than 155 days. They are moving, they are selling their coins for short-term holders, people who are just entering the crypto world, or they have a wallet that is less than 155 days old. What we saw as well in besides the transfer of wealth, besides the new new wealth being generated in Bitcoin. We saw 150,000 Bitcoins were withdrawn from exchanges, 660,000 Bitcoin they were transferred from long-term holders into short-term ones. The interesting thing as well for this week was Bitcoin reaching a new all-time high in the realized cap. So this is a measure of how much US dollar value is stored on chain. It is now more than $504 billion, adding $40 billion since 1st of March alone, or since a few less than 10 days. Another interesting metric for this week was, or at least actually for today, we saw Ethereum going through a successful upgrade to its network. Duncan upgrade is successful, and before that upgrade took place, approximately $320 million worth of Ethereum were sold in the market from, if I want to take the latest numbers, we have an approximate, we're looking at $320 million indeed worth of staking withdrawals that flooded the fiat market. On March 11, there was 62,000 Ethereums deposited into exchanges. So this was the selling trigger. And out of like the node validators, we had, I believe, 31 million Ethereum staked in Ethereum, 31 million Ethereum staked during this whole process of the Duncan upgrade, out of which only 78,000 were withdrawn between March 11 and March 13. So it's not a very big, significant number, but in fiat value, it is a really large number of fiat. And the interesting thing is that simultaneously, when we saw this Ethereum being unstaked from the network, those 78,000 Ethereums that we're talking about, there was a spike in the deposit activity on exchanges. In general, it's a good week. The momentum for Bitcoin to continue its uptrend in price is there. We're waiting for, well, actually, the new data is out from the CPI index. Interest rates will not be lowered, and the cost of living in the United States is keeping um, keeping the uptrend. It's still hiking up. As we are always referring to the end of the year, we have the US elections that will as well influence the US dollar policy, Federal Reserve policies, and much more. With that, Rudy, we can start the most important news for this week. Week 11 in crypto did not go without, significant events happening. One of them was Coinbase has issued convertible notes into the market worth $1 billion. And convertible notes, they're basically agreements where the loaned amount of money will be transferred into equity in the future. So in the beginning, this amount of money that they are going to raise from institutional investors will be as a loan, and then it will be converted into equity. This loan they are asking for will be due in 2026, 2028, and 2031. So in the next, those years mentioned, this is when the loan will be due. And why do they need to take a loan? Because they have some general corporate expenses that needs to be paid, including some debts from previous years that the company is planning to cover to repay debts through this cash that has been raised. It has been raised for general corporate purposes, and it will be basically transferred into equity. Um, shortly after this, shortly after those plans were shared on issuing a $1 billion convertible loan, the Coinbase shares have dipped. As we mentioned in the beginning, the Duncan upgrade from Ethereum has been successfully concluded. The 2,500 Ethereum node validators, they withdrew approximately $120 million. And still, the importance of such an event is not very significant for Ethereum itself, but for the rollups that they support, like Arbitrum and all the zero knowledge proofs rollups, like, for example, Matic. And this will help in reducing the cost of transaction on Arbitrum and on Matic drastically. So today we are paying, I think, around $2 or $3 transaction fee on Matic, which can be lowered into 20, 30 cents if, or not if, because the improvement has went on successfully. From now on, users will benefit from such low fees, and this will translate perhaps of more and more transactions flowing into the Ethereum network. Bitcoin is made an all-time high. Yahoo Finance took a look at two important companies that hold a significant amount of Bitcoin, that being Tesla and SpaceX. Combined, they have almost 19,800 Bitcoins, and Tesla is holding 11,500 Bitcoins across 68 addresses, while SpaceX is holding 8,300 Bitcoins across 28 wallets. Now, the important thing in this matter is today, such large organizations like SpaceX and like Tesla, their ledgers, their banking papers usually are hidden behind black boxes, closed doors. Now we're seeing for the first time two large companies publicly uh, disclose the amount of crypto they have. Well, therefore they have to because of the US regulations, but this public release of wallets is trackable, and we can in the future track if SpaceX or Tesla is moving any of those bitcoins. So with this, today we are seeing tokens worth over 1.4 billion dollars between Tesla and SpaceX combined. Finally, and in the last piece of news that we covered for you in this week, we looked at what we have in the market as a name of small cap coins. Small cap coins are coins that have basically a low market cap. Now, how do we find those coins, and why is it important to find them? If we are looking to, and this is a very speculative, very risky move to take, if we are looking to hunt those, as we call them, gems or small market cap coins, what links do we need to use, and what links are we going to use, and what tools are we going to use to track such coins? So, one of the tools that we can use, for example, is the Dex Screener. With Dex Screener, you're able, so we can, I don't know, Rudy, if we can pull, let me just take the link out, Dex Screener. So with this dexscreener.com, we're able to look at small market caps in real time. There is a lot of features on this platform that we are able to basically navigate from. So if we want to look at Avalanche, for example, and yeah, we want to track a certain coin, we can look them by editing, for example, the liquidity, editing the pair age, editing the 24-hour transactions, editing the 24-hour buys, the 24-hour sells, and then the Dex screener will look at which coins fulfill those conditions. Etherscan is as well another tool that we can use. We can trade new launches using Etherscan by looking basically at wallets of developers or wallets of smart traders. As well, we can use Lore, Lore, which is an AI powered explorer. This can help us in searching for statistics and for low cap, basically low cap coins. I will share the thread so Rudy can put it on the. Just a second. He can put it. And here we go. If you click on this link, then you're able to basically navigate on the full thread from DeFi Minty, who put this thread together, and you're able to basically hunt those small market cap coins. Now, small market cap coins can make the 100x returns in strong bull markets. So just keep an eye on it, and always remember that if you are going to trade such coins, this is a very let's say it's a very risky. It's the very risky part of crypto, let's say.
Interesting slide. So let me switch it back. We have a question from Lama. How to trade new unlisted coins?
Sorry, this is what DeFi Minty was trying to explain to us on how to trade new unlisted coins. Um, they're mainly on decentralized exchanges. For example, like Flus is a non-listed coin yet. It is traded on Avalanche network through its own decentralized exchange, Trader Joe, and yeah, basically those DEX tools they help us get those gems.
Okay. We have another question coming. Any other question that we can help you in? I think it's a weird market nowadays. What's the next projected uh, all-time high of Bitcoin?
Yeah, good question, Rudy. Many analysts are looking at the 80 to 100K ranges. Will it reach 100K before the halving? This is the big questions, and these are the chats that people are pulling up together. Um, um, we need a continuous buy action from institutions into the spot Bitcoin ETFs in order to see that happening. So simply because the date of Bitcoin halving is known and it cannot be changed, it cannot be postponed, it cannot be cancelled. So the certainty of the Bitcoin halving is helping to push the prices up on a condition that the buy pressure continues from the institutional side.
Yeah, very interesting. Someone is asking about Uniswap.
Uniswap indeed is trending. It's trending because it's one of the largest decentralized exchanges there. And mainly now with the Ethereum, the Duncan upgrade, um the fees on rollups, as we mentioned, will drastically go down and it will give more usability and more user experience to users. Um and this is what I mean. This is what all traders they want. They want more liquidity, less fees, and that's what the Ethereum upgrade is all about.
It's very interesting. Uniswap has a unique business offering, if I want to call it. It's a way how to commercialize or bridge the gap of that swaps or those
Yeah,
interesting, things that cannot be listed or are not listed, and so many other things that can play a role. So we have 35 days, 23 hours, 46 seconds, if I'm not mistaken. It's a month and 5 days. So here we go. 35 days, and then we are on fire to see the behavior. We remember the behavior of LTC, Litecoin. Uh, Nothing happened there, but let's wait and see what will happen in this space. It's an interesting thing. So, if any last questions, let's take them. Otherwise, Tay, happy Ramadan. If you have any last words, trade safely. And
yeah, definitely trade safely. Most important is for people purchasing Bitcoin now to put it on your own wallet and not on the exchanges. If you have not bought Bitcoin before, this is a good time to start engaging in cryptocurrencies. And downloading a wallet perhaps is your first step. While you're doing that process, make sure that you write down your seed phrases or your access to your crypto wallet on a safe in a safe way. And Bitcoin halving is happening soon. We're expecting still some price action until that day. And from now until then, trade safely and stay safe.
Indeed. Just keep on safe. It's an interesting market. Let's see what happens. We'll see you next week. So, meanwhile, don't forget again to join us next week or or tomorrow, Thursday. We have an exclusive interview with Imad Kredi, the GM of Ojero, sharing with us what's happening in the world of internet, what's the latest, what's the greatest, and how can we predict or know in Lebanon the stability and the future of internet. So with that, I'll say good night and see you later.